uniform in everything they do. They're just like sentinels. They're just 5 people that just think the same. So that's what makes them so good. And, you know, you can only get that good once you have great comps.
Any other stories for you to tell in terms of Inferno? Still not much we can really go over. I mean, what do you think of the Nana changes? Because I feel like they didn't really change too much in terms of the A bomb site as we get back in the action. But Nana has been the biggest change for a lot of teams, both T and CT. It feels like to me it's a bit of a roll of the dice.
Seems pretty dynamic now.
Yeah.
How you defend it or even how you attack it. Same with the A bomb side. I mean, everything seems really dynamic, but we still do see a couple of landslide results here and there.
Let's see if it's going to be a landslide result as Recca are on the defensive side. GoldenMix, they started off positively so far, but they don't want to be dropping this round against, well, a single CZ and 4 USPs. And Frost Misty picking up a CZ makes me think that, yes, they are going to go for more SMGs and for Masters as opposed towards anything else.
Well, as you can see here, they've taken full control of the jungle area. Big D taking down next win, so that's a good start. And not getting traded out. Now look at this, just the destruction comes in.
That's beautiful from HR.
Yeah, very nice teamwork, just clearing it out. Cedric, again, just tidying up any sort of rotators. Now it's up to Excurate here just to try and grab an AK into the next round. Not a big deal. Like he doesn't. It's not imperative to their success, but any sort of help they can get at the moment for their economy, especially since they have their only gun round coming up next is Yan Lee just bounces straight past.
And that might mean one of the AKs could be risk. Excurate, how he goes for first dink. He can't land the next couple of shots. Unfortunate for Excurate. And that's really a bit of a misplay on the side of Yan Lee, really, which maybe meant that Big D would have lost his AK. I mean, he wouldn't be able to retrieve it, but still an AK dropped.
You would expect
Excurate
to make that shot 9 times out of 10. So maybe just a few jitters here early on for Recca Esports, as we see GoldenMix and Recca Esports on a proper gun round. But look at that, Cedric, cheeky little bloke there, keeping his Mac 10.
You farm up against the opponents who have no head armor. You know that Recca at this stage are most likely not going to have head armor on the majority of these M4s. They have opted for more firepower as opposed to utility, but Cedric just walking straight into a 3-stack at Diggity.
It's a nice little boost there coming out from Recca Esports as HR comes out balcony and takes down. Next one's in the back, and you get another one here. Really important frag. Gives up halfway through, and his teammate rocks up Yan Lee with the help. As Frost, Misty, and Excurate now have to retake from the B bomb site. You can see they're taking 2 separate avenues, but still Frost, Misty just waiting here, allowing Excurate to get into position.
But the more time they take, the time is going to be ticking away, unfortunately. They don't have a kit to work with. I'm not certain if Recca had one loss, and Yan Lee most likely will be taken out from behind as Excurate is going to peek out. No, Yan Lee just waiting through the smoke, and now Excurate comes out from balcony, but 2 angles to challenge. Nice. Yan Lee will take down 2 with the AK-47. We'll make it 3 for the round, and GoldenMix strong start. This is what I said could have happened. I mean, GoldenMix weren't looking shaky on Cobblestone, and definitely they want to show they have the chops to take it against Recca.
That was really impressive to me, just because I can see the thought process there for GoldenMix. They keep the Mac 10s thinking that they did a lot of damage to the economy of Recca Esports, especially with that force buy. They take the risk knowing that they don't have head armor. They keep the SMGs. They use the Mac 10 to farm information. They see that there's 2 on the boost. They know the A site's severely weak. Then we've got HR just busting out carpets and causing so much trouble. And then really it was just about preventing the retake. And that's all it really needs to be. Very simplified look at how things are, but that information with the Mac 10 was vital to that round, and they used it when they had it.
And that's not something you see a lot of the time. You'd see maybe a play with the Mac 10 charging in, and Cedric, I mean, he sacked his life effectively, but the rest of GoldenMix took it a mile. And, well, Excurate has spotted the gun barrels, but certainly the last part of his head has been sorted out by GoldenMix. And now Big D going to be throwing the Molotov, forces Frost Misty close. I don't really like the setup from this because Excurate not going to be close. He's going to throw a flashbang for his teammate. There is going to be a dink on the head of Big D, but he still get the kill. And now they're charging in towards Nana. Cedric with the Mac 10, farming up more cash, and this has just been clean so far from GoldenMix, as now Aegis just locking down second mid, getting another pick, and Recca Esports falling apart. Might just be an eco, but GoldenMix setting the tone.
It's just really good work there by GoldenMix, not to lose a single player. Hopefully next wins, they deal with him quite easily. Big D shouldn't really be farming on 5 HP, looking for that last kill, but next wins with a nice shot there, gets himself a frag and some money on the board. Nicely traded out there by Yan Lee. So, again, GoldenMix really taking it to Recca at this point. This is where they need to stand up. Next wins with a lot of cash here. Hopefully he gets that AWP.
This is the round where Recca need to make a dent. GoldenMix, their economy is now starting to get a little bit out of control for the defensive side. And Recca, They have all the utility, want all the firepower they want. They don't need to rely on gimmicks in terms of a 3-stack diggity. Taking on control, it looks like it's succeeding for Recca so far, even with limited utility. They're forcing a GoldenMix very, very far back. Now, on the rest of GoldenMix, though, they're going straight through this apartment's control, and Age is going to be leading charge of the AK, Big D right behind him, ready to kind of bust this open. It's going to have to Roseview to kind of hold this off with the M4. He hasn't used any utility yet.
It'll be really interesting to see if GoldenMix can just slip it in here on the balcony, and then Big D gets taken down by Rosu. Age is not even able to do anything with that flashbang, but the crossfire there from Recca just coming out strong there. And that's what they needed the previous round, but they had their crossfire on middle, so no information for GoldenMix. They take a big risk going into carpets, and they pay the ultimate price, unfortunately. Nice little aim battle here between Sis and Yan Li. You can see it's just starting to warm up into the game a little bit. Both players knew exactly where each other were, and now it's all up to HR with the world on his shoulders.
Just looking to do damage at the stage. 2 guns out of the CT hands would be pretty solid, but no kills on the side of GoldenMix. So Recca on the first buy round, very strong start, but GoldenMix trying to change it up by trying to make a contact play out through apartments. Not going to work favorably for them this time around. So back to the drawing board in terms of executes. They need to start making some presence towards B side. If they leave this B side open, Sniper, then Recca, they're just going to start floating their 4th member back towards A.
Well, you can see there, they read that perfectly, had the 4-player there, and I think that just comes down to GoldenMix. They got a bit cocky there, I think. They've had such a lot of success so far in this map, and they just went into the A side execute without any sort of information or any sort of tells from Recca on where the players were, and they paid the price. So this is what I want to see change from GoldenMix if they're going to keep this dominant lead. Otherwise, Recca are in a good opportunity here to reset their money and put them on an eco.
And with 5 guns up as well, even if GoldenMix do take this round, Recca have done a lot of work to make sure that they can at least become combat effective once again, either next round or the round afterwards. Yeah. Because so many times you can see in a situation, yeah, CT side does win in this round, but they keep 1 or 2 M4s forward, and then as soon as they lose, well, it's back towards double eco land. That's going to be horrendous.
Ideally for GoldenMix, even if they lose this round, they need to do some more damage than they did in the previous. Get it down to just 1 player remaining, and then they know it's a lot easier to make a decision on whether they force buy or just go in with Glocks or P250. So HR.
That's not a good pick on the side of Recca, because next wins loses life, and Cedric, Roseview just knows. I mean, GoldenMix did have that top mid and a little bit of jungle control, but now they know that 1 is in library. They don't know where the other 2 members are, and Roseview just going to be Molotoving off the site. He's going to be tagged up slightly. They're pushing forward, but oh no, 1's caught out towards Speedway. Aegis, no, Frost Misty's still alive, but Aegis will be able to take down Roseview as well at the same time. Down towards a 2-on-4. Recca just going to be slowing it down a little bit. I think Excura is just holding bot Nana control, but that is a huge turnaround from GoldenMix. And that was literally a second timing between Frost Misty coming in through Speedway, M4 effective for combat, but Excura looking to make it a little bit exciting. Bomb's going to go down, and Aegis going to be pushing forward. He'll take down 1, doesn't know where the last one is. Sis won't be able to catch Aegis off guard for now. But Sis, he has time on his side, but Big D, you don't take down the Big D in a 1-on-1 deal.
His aim is on right now. He's feeling it. You can just tell he's smashing him at the moment.
But look at that. Recca can buy up in this round. And that is the difference between 5 rifles up and 2 rifles up even. It is the big difference. And GoldenMix...
Literally, if that round previously where they had 5 survive, if they only had 2, they would be eco right now. Yeah. So the thing is also, Recca Esports just making a few little mistakes, and GoldenMix are making them pay. I mean, the timing on that jungle... rotate into CT. The timing for Frost Misty was so bad, he's like throwing a flashbang or something. And then ultimately, Excrate way too early on the retake. Couldn't help out his teammate and paid the price. So GoldenMix is taking full advantage of these tiny mistakes from Recca, but at the end of the day, we said they've got the aim, but do they have the cohesion and chemistry to deliver? And it looks like so far they do, and Recca are definitely on the back foot here. Not much utility, trying to starve off any sort of terrorist attack on the banana bomb site. Frost Misty with a good pick onto Big D.
This is what I don't like from GoldenMix, though, in particular, where you can't really just let 1 person go in. I mean, Yanli was ready to trade, but where's the 3rd person behind that?
This is it. Oh, huge by X-Great. Low HP still gets Yanli. And now it's up to HR with some nice 6 cents spray through the smoke. But
they still let him push through. Why are they watching the smoke? HR will still be able to take it out. Aegis, where is he? He's on the very, very long rotate. At the very least, he's got Nana control, and HR knows this. He has to take his time.
Yeah.
I'd prefer Molotovs to be burnt. The flashbang pushing forward, but they don't know where Aegis is because they're just challenging Bomb Carrier. Aegis been blinded out, but Roseau will be able to win the clutch. I don't know what to make of that from GoldenMix. A little bit of misplay, which means they do drop the round, and a little bit of maybe the clutch going in the favor of Recca. But still, that was really shaky from both sides.
Yeah, very shaky. I mean, you could just see HR knew exactly what was going to happen. As soon as he started to plant the bomb, he knew he was going to get attacked by both players, and therefore he faked it just another time. And unfortunately, Roseau just comes out on top. Aegis did well to get one. HR obviously missing his spray, but that was pretty scrappy by both teams. So very lucky for Recca, and they keep their economy slightly intact.
Oh, that's, I wouldn't even say intact. Keeping one M4 forward, you're going to have to force up in this round. You can see that it's going to be 3 for Masters alongside with the 2 A4s. And GoldenMix, I mean, they still got money to work with, but it is starting to drain out a little bit. These rounds have been bleeding them out now, and they're losing gun after gun. But if they're able to take this round, they're giving a good stead for the rest of the T-half because they will force Recca on towards a double eco. Next wins, you can't be giving opportunities like that. There's a flashbang. It's going to catch out too, but there's the trade from Big D. Always in time, ready to get the kill. Yanli needs to be cautious, being pushed forward right now. 1 for 1 is going to be great. If he gets all 2, that is 2 picks for Yanli. B-side is open, and Roseau, he's just shaking his head going, where has my team gone? And GoldenMix, Roseau has to save, and they force the CTs onto either a force buy or the double eco.
I mean, it's hard to say at this point what we're witnessing here. Are we seeing something where Recca have done their homework and it's not going to plan, or are Recca just going for these sloppy rotates? Like pushing Banana to rotate is not a wise way to be, and they're doing it time and time again, and Yanli just ready to punish them. Obviously, great pick through the smoke there onto Frost Misty, really opening up the round and forcing that pressure from Recca. They're definitely feeling it, and they're making so many mistakes because they're just maybe trying a little bit too hard to revenge their teammates. But they need to take a step back, I think. Maybe a good pause, maybe a tactical pause this time, and just talk about what's going wrong, because it seems like they're just making the same mistakes time and time again.
And you don't want to be going down as second seed in this group, given that you'll be versing one of the other stronger teams. You know, you want to try and make your way towards the semi-final, increase your chances of making it towards phase 3 for the Asus ROG Masters.
It's not to say that Recca can't get out of it at that position, but it's not ideal. You're going to be up against it from the get-go, and really you want that. You want to be coming up against a lesser seed. That's what you want. It's just minimal risk. Save, keep your cards close to your chest. But at this rate, GoldenMix 8, looking to be 8-2 up.
They're looking so solid at the moment. It's just Yanli at this stage. Nana, any single aggression has been deflected. Frost Misty may sound cool, but a Molotov will flush him out once again. And now it's just GoldenMix just chiming in kill after kill. What is Recca doing? Nothing at all.
I don't know why Recca brought armor into this round if they didn't have a real good plan. And as you see here, it's going to come down to the one person on the B site, and he just gets mowed down by that Mac 10 Cedric doing work just like he did on Cobblestone. Just being that entry fragger and just getting the job done. So really good work by him. And obviously, I like that GoldenMix have employed the Mac 10 in this round. You know their ego. And despite them, some of them actually having head armor, he's still not had a bit of success there. So, but Yanli is just holding Banana like a boss at the moment as well. It's got to be said. But you can just see the way the GoldenMix are working the map at the moment. You know, they've got a guy watching Banana for any sort of aggression. They're not wasting any utility at Banana at the start of the round. You've got Aegis, Big D, and HR all taking that full control of the A site, getting information, listening to what Recca are doing for their setup. It's just, everything's going to plan for GoldenMix right now.
I mean, they have a plan, they're executing it, and they're backing each other up. It's... I could argue, if I'm being really, really fussy and pedantic, that, yeah, this player needs to be a little bit more up, but that's really just me just probably going too much into the technicalities.
At the end of the day, they're winning rounds. It's all that matters. I mean, you don't have to be the best team in the world to win rounds in Counter-Strike. You just need to keep doing it if you're going to win the match. So GoldenMix have done everything right up until this point, and it'll be interesting. Cedric keeps the Mac 10 here, so the Roseau buys head armor.
They know exactly where Recca's economy is. It's in the gutter.
No, but it's really good to see that they're not, panicking at this rate. What I'd like them to see is use Cedric again, get some more information. But at this point, Recca are just giving up information for free. So GoldenMix are playing this perfectly.
There it is once again. There's Cedric just primed and ready to go to get information on the Mac 10. Flash Viz and Smokes coming forward. Cedric's just charging up towards jungle side, and Sis will peek out. We'll find a pick on towards Aegis. That's one of the AKs lost. Cedric still pushing up forward, but Frost Misty double dink coming out of the USB, but the B side's open. That's where GoldenMix are going to focus their attentions forward. So the sacrifice of their comrades not going to be gone to waste, as Recca Esports have left this site completely open for GoldenMix to take, and there's 3 AKs for play. A lot of Molotovs, grenades as well. They just got to keep guns out and not take the one-on-one deals. Big D needs to be cautious. So many guns, but he's spraying them down. Big D is going to take down 3. Won't make it 4 because Frost Misty looking to make it competitive with the AK-47 retrieved earlier on from Aegis body, but he's going to back out and save it. Wise decision from him, but Big D coming out big once again for GoldenMix.
What can you say, really? That was amazing. He did exactly what needed to be done there. He put himself in a horrible position, horrible circumstances, but he delivered. And if you're going to live by the sword, die by the sword.
Yeah, if you're playing a relentless aggression and you know you've got the aim to back it off, I mean, it's working. Can't criticize that.
Well, now we know where he gets his name from, but Frost Misty's got that AK-47 into the next round. It's going to help out their economy, and to be honest, anything will help at this stage.
Look at this. It's like the perfect hunts are coming forward.
Oh, God.
That is perfect.
Oh. You got to hunt. If you're hunting walking, it's really hard as a counter-terrorist to be ready for everything. So
at this stage, it just feels like GoldenMix have spent all the time inside the library, just read up, okay, what are Recca going to be doing?
I mean, look, yeah, they're eco, but he put himself in a horrible position, and he still capitalized.
That's not easy. When 3 CTs are swinging on you and pistols are chiming in, for you just to keep composure and spray and hit that.
It's more important. Like the thing there is that it's just a super important frag for the CTs. Even if 1 or 2 goes down, then they have 2 AKs. Then the retake becomes a lot more viable. It was only 3 versus 5 to begin with. So Big D just coming out huge there. So Recca now finally got some money. Unfortunately, they couldn't save the AK, so you can see they're a bit limited on utility, but they're just keeping the standard. Like, they're just doing the same thing time and time again. And GoldenMix, not under any pressure at all. They're just roaming the streets of Inferno, you know?
Taking their time, just sussing out exactly what Recca are up to. Or they just go, all right, Recca are not trying anything, you know, too out of this world.
Very patient play style by GoldenMix, and it's paying off. X-Ray solo banana here. Rotate coming out from Frost Misty, a bit unnecessarily, but he does have a lot of information on that banana site, so.
How Recca are playing at the moment is what I expected GoldenMix to play on the CT side. Very passive, very defensive because you're scared at the moment. And there is no reason for you to be sitting 2 on site, playing crossfire angles, unless you're scared.
Well, so far, all this patience has paid off for Recca in previous rounds, but this round, not so much. Sorry, for GoldenMix. Recca haven't given them anything yet. X-Great holding him off, drawing some time, but Frost Misty hasn't even started to rotate yet.
It was a rotation coming out from Recca. I mean, you can't just leave one person on the B bomb site this late. You know 25 seconds, they're going to come in. Next ones will pick off Gold, will pick off HR. But he's really just the bait right now. Frost Misty has rotated across. Now pushing up towards Coils, but Cedric covering the angle for his teammate. Will be able to take down X-Great. Frost Misty can't push beyond the threshold of the Molotov, and Big D, that's a little bit of a mistake. Yanli still challenging, nearly losing the duel. Will be able to calibrate the spray, but the HP advantage in the favor of Recca. Next wins with the AWP. He doesn't have any armor, and that may mean all the difference in the world because it means the AK-47 bullets will tear him to shreds. And Nana control being held by Aegis. They're pushing forward, and Aegis and Yanli will both pick up 1 apiece. But now it's all down towards this.
Oof. Spotted him out there in Banana. 1 versus 2. So good by
That is confidence. At that stage, normally you go, all right, let's just play the crossfire, let's wait. But for Cedric to step out...
It doesn't look like that's GoldenMix's game plan at all.
No, it's just you got to play confident at the moment. And
we will fight.
It is succeeding. 10-2. I don't think anyone here would have expected this result, given... I would have maybe expected a really close game, given GoldenMix playing really well, but they are surprising me.
Like Elfish Guy said, he's been watching them, Recca Esports come through the Zen League, and he's just seen their form dip and dive, and they've lost it at the moment, and they can't get their mojo back.
And this is a change-up. Look at that. As soon as GoldenMix sends blood now at Nana, 11 rounds, if you discount the pistol, they have left Nana completely open in this round. Yanli comes charging in forward, and they've just taken B site once again. This is looking so painful, but so good for GoldenMix. I don't know what else to say.
They're keeping CS so simple right now, and Recca are just falling to pieces. They really need to mix it up here. Big D's gone back to his construction area. He's going to smoke it off. Now, Recca really, they're in a really bad spot here. They should save these. I don't know why they keep force buying, but they're probably feeling like the pressure's on them. They've lost 10 rounds. They need to get something on the board, but you can't force buy your way back into this sort of mess. And GoldenMix keeping it very simple. Like you said, Yanli just mixing it up, taking full control of that banana. Expected maybe to come up against, no armor USP, but instead found it was an armor CZ and put the call out to his team. And they're just adapting perfectly.
And it's beautiful to watch. I mean, this is good Counter-Strike. This is a solid fundamental Counter-Strike where GoldenMix are utilizing I wouldn't even say like 6 strategies. They're utilizing really good foundation.
It's
very simple, but they're executing it perfectly. They're backing themselves up with their aim as well, and this is what they're rewarded with, an 11-2 lead so far. If they shut out this half 13-2, last time I saw a team lose this badly, their name was Avant-Garde.
Oh, definitely.
And I don't think GoldenMix will throw this lead away.
This is a very big lead, but you know, I think time and time again, Inferno has proven to be T-sided. And if you can get control of that economy like GoldenMix did, you know, if Recca can do the same, then I feel like it's anyone's game still, but Recca really need to pull their thumb out.
And Aegis has picked up the AWP as well, so haven't actually seen him with the AWP so far on the T side because it's not been needed.
That's true. He's been doing so well at Banana with the AK. It's interesting to see him mix it up, but X-Ray's here with an AWP as well, so...
they have left the bomb behind, so they need to cross back or go through second mid to pick it up. I mean, they managed to cross successfully with on the back of a flashbang, which is really well played from GoldenMix. Once again, they're just dotting their I's and crossing their T's. They're doing the basic things right.
It'll be interesting to see Big D here with at Banana control with Yan Lee. The bomb is staying here. I'm not sure if he's going to pick it up or do a lap, but it's looking like they want to hit the A site. Double molly into the jungle to clear out anyone in the corner. Yan Lee just scanning as he's handed over the AWP to Aegis. By looks, we didn't even notice, but now they're going to try and entry onto the A site.
But look at that, they're boxed in on the side at the moment. Nextmans will pick up one with the AWP, but he's focused on the jungle side where no one is. Where are the rest of GoldenMix going to come out through the smoke? This is not a favorable smoke from the work with, and Rozu is making it work out, but Aegis will take down the AWP, and Nextmans and Big D, and Aegis will strike again. Aegis in the charge of the pistol, not the best method to go, but Big D doesn't care about his low HP, because he is just slapping Recca, Esports, all around, and now Excurate, he's got an AWP switching the AK. This should be in his favor, but Big D, if he's shown anything so far, he's been getting so many kills. Excurate's got to step up for his team right now. He hasn't checked the angle, and Big D, oh, good flick from Excurate to take a round for Recca Esports. Came tight, but they will be able to pick up a round. First round, it seems like a very long time, but look at their economy. They're going to be down towards Masters once again, and GoldenMix going to be coming hard at him.
What a seesaw that round was. I mean, I have no idea how GoldenMix ended up onto the site, taking multiple losses before they even got in. The 2 balcony guys come out and absolutely wipe with everyone in the A site. What a great round from X-Grade as well. Yan Lee, unfortunately, throwing a little bit there, maybe overzealously trying to fight X-Grade early, but he wins that clutch. Big D, not a lot of HP to work with, and he did a great job to get him down to 20 HP, but unfortunately not enough.
And Aegis going to be challenging the angle for now. He's got the AWP. Where's the flashbang? He's peeking. Ooh. Hexcurate. 27 damage with an AWP?
Yep.
Oh.
Counter-Strike.
I feel a little bit bad. I'd be calling it. He's tagged. He's tagged. I shot him.
He's lit.
He's lit. He's definitely down towards 30, dude.
This is where, again, GoldenMix has gone back to their slow style, and Recca have given up banana control for free, pretty much. Not a whole lot of utility as well. Just a couple of guys with Molotovs, which is going to suck if they have to rush the bomb site and they need to waste some time or draw some time for the opponents. So we got double pit set up for the CTs. Making a lot of noise as they make their way up middle.
But that's the point. They're trying to unsettle Recca. They're trying to go, look, we've got this top mid control. We could be striking at A. They're trying to force, I think, the second player off B site right now.
It looks like they're actually trying to wrap through to B, but... Is that Yan Lee over there at the B side as well? Gets taken down. So he knows there's 2 people at B now, so it's a great ideal time to hit the A side. Only 2 players here. They're blocked off by this smoke. But the Rambo jump from HR over the haystack as they look to emulate. And they just get taken down. Good crossfire here by Recca.
That was a little bit messy coming out from GoldenMix, but I mean...
11 rounds YOLO is what I would call that.
Yeah, what is Aegis going to do? On a 1-on-3. He's going to check the inside. Oh, no. Scope takes down Nextmans. He will be able to... Oh, I thought he was about to flick on towards Frost Misty. That would have been close if he took down Frost Misty, because that would have been a 6 HP versus maybe a 70 HP player. But GoldenMix firmly in the lead. They've done the good work. Now jumping onto their CT side, they've got to keep this up. They've got to keep up this intensity. They can't let it drop.
I just can't believe this half. I did not expect 11-4 from GoldenMix on the T side. Recca have just been... very lackadaisical, I reckon. I mean, geez, not much else to say. Either they're hiding something or they've been blown out of the water by GoldenMix, I'd say.
Yeah, I reckon we need to just go up and just start slapping some chairs, man. They need to start waking up. Recca needs to wake up.
Somebody needs to be slapping the chairs at Recca if they're going to get back into this for sure. GoldenMix, they're probably... What do we reckon here? They're going to Now, look, they've got a huge lead. So if they lose the pistol round, I don't expect them to force buy it. But, you know, they seem like they're really confident right now. They're not intimidated by Recca at all.
But they can't be too overconfident because CT side is a lot of the time the downfall for so many teams with Inferno. We've seen it time after time. Great T half coming into their own CT half. They lose the defensive crossfires and then Recca are able to take it. Recca by no means are out yet. 4 rounds to work with. They can take pistol, they can take it apart, but not if A just steps up with a pistol and gets a few more kills. There's 1 kill with the pistol as well, and the crossfire coming out. Cedric chiming in. We'll pick up 2 as well. Cedric standing his ground, but won't be able to take down Frost Misty. They're a little bit scattered right now, and they've got to be careful because HR is waiting at the bottom of 9, and Frost Misty coming straight back towards HR. HR needs to take this out. He will be able to do so. There's a trade coming out from X-Group. They know where the bomb is, and now it is going to be a bit of a roundabout. X-Group going to gamble the fact that they're going to be towards the A-bomb site, which is a correct call.
He has opted not to pick up the USP in this situation, which is pretty strange. It shows the power of the new Glock, but...
I'd go with the Glock this stage as well.
Would
USP, you have to reload. You don't know how many bullets are in the clip to how much is in reserve. It can't be that much, but Youngly, they're barely just missing the timing right now. And he does not have a kit to work with either, so he has to stick it for the full 10 seconds, and Execute just falling all the way back towards deep apartments. I mean, Youngly, he can clear the site, but with 2 angles to hold after tapping the bomb, he is slowly walking, but Execute coming out. He's going to make noise in apartments. He's going to clear the bomb.
Oh, very smart.
That's really well played from Execute. It's going to force Youngly to come up, but Recca will be able to take the critical pistol round on the back of no kit. It just makes GoldenMix's life so much more difficult, and that's why sometimes you want the kit and Execute. We'll clean it up with another pistol kill. Really well played from him, and hopefully he'll get some more confidence coming into their own T side.
Beautiful. Well played there by X-Great. Such a great clutch. I mean, it's kind of hard to show intelligence and, you know, outplaying your opponent in CSGO because there's just so many random factors that can happen in a clutch. But X-Great literally read that like a book, played it perfectly. Yanli with no defuse kit, unfortunately, just had to try and find the kill as fast as he could. But great work there as we miss a Molotov for Recca, showing a bit of nerves.
Such great work.
Not pretty. Not pretty, but, you know. As we see, opted for the full eco, except for Big D. Obviously, he's going to get the Big Deagle out.
I wouldn't even say that this is a full eco. I mean, Youngly most likely is looking to pick up an AWP given USP and a single HE grenade. And I like this basic pistol buy. That's what I like to call it. You get firepower to do some damage, but you don't completely put your economy in the bin for your buy round.
Well, I mean, it's quite smart because the Deagles, they only need to hit you in the chest once to do 50 damage. And then the CZs, well, we all know how powerful they are. So it's a good mix of mobility versus, you know, the turret of the Deagle. And then you've got Yanli with the HE grenade just to try and mop up anything or maybe draw the Ts away from their bomb site. So
he's still got the grenade out, which can do some damage. As now Recca taking this jungle control. HR spraying forward with the Deagle. Won't be able to find a kill, but does some damage. And there it is, the HE grenade coming forward. But he's just holding the close angle with the CZ. Will pick up one, still dancing around, but can't find Frost Misty. And that is well done from Recca to navigate the danger. They're low, but they have secured the A bomb site. And GoldenMix, what are they going to do in the back of the CZ as well as the Deagle? I'd like to say go for it, but that's a big investment on Big D. Yep. He should fall back and try to save that Deagle going forward towards the next round.
7 HP, and this is where the Deagle isn't as strong, you know, because the guy, you got to hit him once, but...
You got to hit him.
Yeah, you got to hit him, right? And it's quite a hard weapon to use sometimes.
Oh, Frost... Oh my goodness, if Cedric takes him out, then Big D will take down next win, so that's some damage done. He's going to fall back, and then Frost Misty, what are you going to do? He's going to have to back off towards CT, and he's going to be shut down right about now. There it is. So Big D, another pick as well. Not enough time for them to defuse.
Vac. Just goes for a flick shot. The defuse could be on here.
No, he's going to back off.
X-Great knew it, so he's come to check the bomb, and he's going to save his gun on 11 HP in that corner of the pit. I feel like that's what Cedric was actually looking for, but he's opted for the gun and bailed, so...
Well, they didn't retrieve any weapons, but that's heavy damage done just from pistols on the start of GoldenMix, which is going to keep their buy-round hopes a little bit more alive in terms of everything. You don't want Recca to start building up an economy. You don't want Recca to start going, oh, we're starting to get a little bit more confidence.
They did a lot of damage there. So.
And they're reinvesting in 3 AK-47s. And this round is not really a giveaway round yet. You still have Big D with its Eagle as well as the armor. Now you've got Cedric with the helmet as well with the CZ, with a few flashbangs to work with. Nana play for just a little bit of information. And HR has actually been granted an MP7, which was retrieved by Big D.
So it looks like very mirrored sort of play styles here. GoldenMix opting for the same sort of defense that Recca had with just their pistols, just trying to get control of Banana, bait them into coming into Banana, flashing over. And at the same time, you've got Recca who now are just opting for the GoldenMix style of just sit and wait, look for mistakes. So it's going to be up to GoldenMix to throw this round away.
But looks like away at the moment.
They've got a good stack, yeah, like 4 players onto the A site. Looks like they've baited Recca into it.
And oh my goodness, they've dropped the bomb. HR does lose his life in Cedric. He doesn't really have flashbangs to play with. Roseyu, though, will be able to shut down Aegis as well as Yanli. Well done from Roseyu with a Mach 10 on towards the A-bomb site. And now Roseyu will lose his life. 2 or 3 tap coming out from the CZ. And oh my goodness, Cedric still coming forward, doing more damage towards Sis. And Big D coming in now. Right now, Big D, huge shot coming out from the Deagle. All down towards Excurate, the clutch master so far for Recca. 1 onto the AK-47, no kip, there's a smoke, and
he's overthrowing it so badly.
No. That might be decent if there is a watch, but it's not enough. No.
Well, it was enough to get Excurate to peak, but you got to be there to capitalize.
Yeah, Excurate can just play around for all day. He knows that they don't have a kit. Big D trying his best. He knows he has to stick it, but Excurate's just going to execute on the back and head. And Excurate once again, 1 or 2 clutch, but look at the damage done. Excurate, yeah, sure, he's got cash to work with. He's going to drop his teammates. But where's the rest of the money?
Well, Excurate's sitting on bank, so they're pretty good for now. But if this continues
look
to
at
happen...
that, there's nothing left in the reserves.
Yep.
So as soon as GoldenMix pick up this round, or if they do pick up this round, should I say, Recca are going to be on an eco.
Well, GoldenMix, though, they haven't had much of an opportunity. This is their first chance. They got the guns up. And we're going to see what they've got for their CT side. Looks pretty aggressive as well, to be honest. Although B-bomb site, they opted just to leave Banana.
Oh my goodness.
Nice. Very good by Yanli to contest that area early on. Roseyu all by himself, no trade, able to come out of the carpets. As you see, Sis a bit too far back there, so...
I don't like where Aegis is sitting, though. That is a position that is so liable to getting wallbangs, but he's still sitting it. And he's a little bit isolated. Needs to be cautious, though. And he's going to be dinked down towards 17. That's exactly why I don't like sitting in the position for so long. So down towards 17 HP. Look, he's still got the AWP. Needs to click on the pixels to make it happen. A 1-for-1 will be ideal at this stage before he falls down. But Yanli is also down towards 41 as well. And that's not what you want to see on the side of GoldenMix. Is now Recca stacking up to take this top mid control. They've got a lot of utility, still got utility to try to take this bomb site, but now down towards a 4 and 5, as well as a 4-man stack on the A bomb site. One close. Oh my goodness, HR spraying forward alongside Cedric. That is a perfect crossfire coming out from the CTs, and now Aegis takes the pixel for the picking, and Yanli will clean things up as well. And GoldenMix will be able to take the first buy round really clean. Really clean.
I mean, no issues at all. Everyone's still alive. It just looked like a mess from Recca. I mean, they had some good smokes to throw, but apart from that, Roseyu takes the boiler room by himself, gets taken down. Everyone else is just sitting back way too far. And then when it comes to taking the control of the middle area, they're all by themselves, and the flashes aren't there, and there's 2 in jungle ready for it. So GoldenMix reading them like a book at this point.
And look at the economy.
I feel like there's a lot of frustration setting in for Recca as well at the moment. Like, you can just see X-Rate's last alive there. He doesn't even try anything fancy. He just goes in and dies. So just get it over with. They're not feeling it right now, but this is their last chance for a break. After this, it's do or die. So obviously, they're still going to make it out of groups, I think. Is that how it works? Yes, they still are.
So these 2 teams will definitely make it out of groups, out of the group stage into phase 2.
Just for seeding.
Yeah, it's for seeding, and we were talking about it earlier. Seeding is infinitely important. You don't want to be versing some of the stronger teams, and this is some smart angles being played from GoldenMix. Aggressive enough to do some damage, but passive enough to fall back if things get too hairy.
It's quite interesting. I mean, it's like Jordan said, you know, it's really inconsistent for Recca. Sometimes you see Roseyu does huge things like in the previous rounds, same with X-Grade, and then you see another round where Roseyu just gives his life away. And it really, really punished Recca Esports. They couldn't execute, they didn't have the utility that obviously it's his job to throw, and that can be an issue with that sort of style of having a 5-man execute. Everyone's got a flash or a grenade they need to throw.
Here we go, straight to the B side, and Big D losing his life. HR though spraying down with the M4, gets 3. 3 R's and 3 kills, and he'll pick up the 4. Maybe should add another R to his name for the kill count.
It's actually fantastic work there by HR. I mean, sure, it was a nice setup as well with the guy behind the fountain. He draws a lot of the fire, but HR, 30 bullets, 4 kills. Even though the eco, he mopped them up. They didn't have a chance.
And now Recca have called for a tactical pause, I'm fairly certain.
Yep.
Or maybe
good time too. I mean, before we saw during the technical pauses, they didn't seem too phased, you know. But I think this game's really gotten away from them, and it's time they buckled up.
But so far, GoldenMix doing so much work to get themselves in a great position. 13-7 is going to be the score. Tactical pause on the side of Recca.
Yep. So looks like got some headphones off at the moment. So just gonna talk about how things are. And
I like his hat.
Yeah, well, I like these guys' name on his hat as well. That's pretty impressive.
He's done it for, like, I'm fairly certain that's his HLTV photo as well. He's had it for quite a long time now.
Yeah, taking a page out of Taz's book. But as you see here, Recca, they don't seem that phased, actually. They're just sitting there quietly.
They know that this is a crucial round at the moment. This is why the tactical horse has come forward. They've had to force up on a lot of their members as well. Next wins.
Do you think
it's Eagle to work with and a Galil for Rosier.
Do you think it'd be safe to say that Recca would be embarrassed by this performance if they don't win?
I wouldn't say embarrassed. I mean, this is just a big wake-up call. I would hesitate to say embarrassment as GoldenMix looking to change things up. Yan Lee says, hello, here's an AK-47 bullet, but look where Cedric is right now. He's pushed all the way down towards pot mid. He's got complete control.
This is full MVP style, isn't it, really?
Yeah, so Frost Misty, I mean, he'll take down Big D, but the rest of the members from second mid will be like, oh, okay. We're still not pushing out. They've still got Nana control, so they've left it completely open with 3 stack towards this mid, or towards A side. And they're going to come out through, oh my goodness, they're going to come out through underpass. Cedric, oh, he should have held his 5 though. He won't hold his 5, he'll spray forward, he'll get 2 kills, knows where 2 more, and they know where Excurate is. Last member, last alive, Excurate. I mean, he's clutched so many, but asking for one more clutch. Is it too much on the side of Recca? But instantly like that, I don't
CTs
think...
don't know where he is or
I don't think they knew that he went towards the B-bomb site. So
that's weird.
That's all right. GoldenMix, all they have to do is calm down at the moment, come in together as a unit. Don't give Excurates 3 1-on-1s.
It was really nice by GoldenMix, the way that they played that, even though it's a bit risky, but HR again with the trade perfectly in time with Cedric. And it should be a formality here, 3 versus 1, but Excurate, we've seen crazy things from him as he opens up the fragging account. Takes down Yan Lee quite easily, doesn't lose any HP. The diffuser's coming out. Just with the cover though, nice work there.
That is not an easy shot to make. Looks easy, but you've got a person dancing around trying to draw a shot and Aegis just sitting there.
You've got a bolt action rifle, you can't afford to miss.
Exactly. I mean, the amount of times that you missed, that would have been a game changer where Excurate could have just swung on the bomb diffuser and just killed him. Round 1 for Recca, but look at this now, 14-7. 2 more rounds for GoldenMix to come out number 1 in Group A.
Got to say though, excellent team effort from GoldenMix. All players chipping in, double-digit frags. It's not been a carry by Big D by any means. It's HR, Yan Lee, Aegis, Cedric.
They've all had their shining moments.
Every single one of them. So, Recca Esports, it's getting close to the end. They're getting a bit worried. You can see from the way they're playing, really reserved. They're not doing any sort of risky stuff. I think that might be what's undoing them in the end. Rozo back into this apartment's got the UMP this time, so he won't be able to do a whole lot of damage. But as I say that, he's very close range against the AWP. So we'll see if I can curse it. It's the only way the comeback is going to be on. 7-14. So many rounds consecutively needed from Recca to bring this one back in without going to overtime.
Where is the third member from the CT side? Okay, I think there's 3 towards Nana at this stage.
This could
There's just 1 on boosted. So this is really, really dangerous right now for GoldenMix.
Yep.
Aegis has to make these shots count. There's the first flashbang. He's going to turn away and be able to get out just in time.
You heard the UMP just popping away.
That's nerve-wracking, but Cedric's pushing at the same time. He's going to pick up 1, knows the information that there's 3 towards mid, so he's going to back off and just hold down this line. There's some good flashbangs, just buying some more time. He just has to stay alive right now because Recca at the moment is split up. They have no idea where to go. And now Big D coming forward alongside with HR. They're just throwing down Recca Esports. They've dropped the bomb. Excurate, he has to step up 1 more time. 2 kills. Yan Lee, where are you looking at? Where are you spraying at? Excurate now down towards a 1 and 2.
Aegis has no idea where he's gone. Cedric on the hunt, but ever so cautiously. 20 seconds left. They've got to realize what's going on. The gravity of the situation here is that Excurate is in a 1 versus 5 situation.
Has he done it again?
They need to play this smart. They've got 40 seconds. Both have diffuse kits, a fair amount of utility. They need to try and slowly figure out together where he is, bait each other a little bit, do whatever it takes, draw that fire from Excurate. Otherwise, if they jump on the bomb here, he's got an easy 1-on-1.
All right, there's a smoke grenade coming forward right now, and Excurate sitting towards the new box. There's a Molotov. He has to time it perfectly. And unfortunately, it's not to be because GoldenMix, they gambled, they were rewarded, and GoldenMix now a match point. Excurate, that was a little bit of a shaky play from GoldenMix, to be honest, to get the 3rd kill.
Yep.
But
I mean, but GoldenMix, they're just like showing them the left hand, taking it away, and then slapping them with the right. And they're just pushing down Banana, Cedric getting all that information, shooting him in the back, and then he runs off, they chase him, and then all of a sudden the A aggression comes out. So it's just full-on aggression by GoldenMix, and it's really catching Recca off guard. They've just got no answer for it at this point. Last round for Recca, if they do not win it, they've force-board as much as they could. They've taken Banana pretty aggressively for the first time in a while. But nice reply there. The Molotovs just keeping them at bay.
And there's the AWP boost as well on the corner.
So GoldenMix just ready for this at this point.
Where's Cedric looking towards? Can he spot from longs in that position? Well, he's dropped off anyway, so Big D looking to just play aggressive at the moment. Where's the flashbang? There's the counter flashbang. Needs to back off the sandbags. This is really dangerous at the moment. Frost Misty locking down the angle. Big D! Oh, blind. Flashbang comes just a little bit too early, so he's blinded by the own flashbang coming out from Cedric. So a little bit of mistake, but you're getting a little bit antsy given that people are pushing down your position. Now committing towards the B bomb site, and Cedric with the M4 up against this push right now. It's going to spray down only one though. Incendiary Grenade just buying a little bit more time for the members to rotate across. Yes, it's doing damage. HR spraying forward, not going to connect on any members though. Down towards a 3 and 4 Aegist. Looking for the very common on top of first. Orange is looking towards CT position.
HR's getting away with a lot of attention here. No one's really hunting him.
They spot out Execure, and Execure is going to be caught out. Aegis will take down next one at the same time. Assist, spraying down, will find 2. Now it's all down towards Frost Misty, 27 HP. HR spraying through the smoke, doesn't know where he is. Does not have a kit either, needs to retrieve it, so he's going to tap it. He's going to swing, he's going to swing, he is going to find Frost Misty as well. And GoldenMix, no one would expect them to take it, but they will win 16-7 on Inferno. Huge play coming out from them. As he barely,
has he got it? I think he does.
Barely. And that is down towards the last minuscule of the seconds. But still, GoldenMix, pat yourselves on the back because you've deserved this victory. They have earned it. And Recca, a lot of answers to be found, I think, going back towards...
Back to the drawing board.
Back to the drawing board. They don't even have much time.
No. So, unfortunately, Recca take a loss here, but they're not out of the competition. But GoldenMix, such composure against all odds. I mean, they weren't the favourites coming into it. They've obviously done their research. Inferno, great map for them by the looks of it. A lot of coordination, a lot of control, and their aggressiveness is just out of control, actually.
It's controlled aggression. It's not like some guy is going full YOLO mode, booking it down mid as fast as he can. I mean, they're going in together. Every single angle, they're doing it calculated.
It's calculated.
So smart.
It's not like coordinated. I wouldn't say that. It's calculated.
Calculated, okay.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's just calculated aggression, and it worked time and time again, and Recca had no answer for it. And, you know, Recca made a lot of mistakes on their CT side, and they punished them later on for their T side, you know. You lose the pistol round, you lose the first gun round, and it's lights out from there.
Yeah, lights out indeed for Recca as GoldenMix do take the victory. But to wrap up our thoughts, we'll be going back towards Analyst Test, or I guess back towards DK.
Thank you so much, Graf. And, you know, I don't like to brag, but there's one person that was correct on this desk. And to give you a little bit of a hint, I had to borrow Sniper's glasses. One of us saw this coming. Elfish guy, break it down. Why was I correct about this upset?
I don't even want to talk to you, Danny. That was something that I did not expect to see at all. I think I'm going to be... I'm prepared to cop this one on the chin, Danny, but I'll remember this because in future, you know, you might have something coming back for you. But yes, Recca, they're probably going to need to cop that one on the chin as well because that was not a good performance from them at all. We didn't see them stepping up in anything, really. There was nothing to take away from them that I thought was particularly good at all, really. I mean, that first half, 11-4, who would have predicted that? I mean, even you kind of said it was going to be close. That wasn't even close.
Yeah, it was definitely one-sided there. And we have to ask that question, right? Did Recca lose it for themselves? Or was the opposition just too strong?
Well, the thing is, of course, Inferno is their weakest map. And we all know that Aegis and Big D, of course, just really performed well. All the spray downs of Big D is really on point. Actually, there's a point that Recca tried to go with a double up setup, but that ended well. But at least they tried to, of course, come back to the second half of the game. But of course, the spray downs, the mow downs of everyone here in GoldenMix just obliterated Recca Esports. And yeah, we tried to gamble.
Well, look, it wasn't even a gamble as far as I was concerned. It was more or less just a sure thing, really, for Recca. Yeah. But apparently not the case. They really did not look good in this matchup at all. I thought, obviously, like you said, Big D was having a pretty good performance. A really, really poor start as well from Recca, going down 0-5 before they got their first round off. I mean, obviously that didn't help, but like it wouldn't have mattered, really, because we saw it ending up being 16-7. So they got the second half pistol. Okay, cool. You think maybe, okay, maybe they can come back into this one. It's 11-7. There's a possibility that they can push their way back into this map. But then first gun round comes out, GoldenMix cleaned that one up. And GoldenMix just looked like the better team here on Inferno, both on the T side and on the CT side. I thought particularly when we were watching Recca playing on that CT side, it just seemed like they didn't really know what they were doing. Well, in a sense, it was more like they didn't really have a game plan, I suppose. I mean, they kind of trying to hold on to the bomb sites. That wasn't working too well for them. The retakes weren't working. I thought the B hold was not very, very strong at all from Recca. They seemed to be getting overrun very easily. And also, obviously, the fact that Recca was making some really strange pushes a lot of the time on that CT side as well. And I think that was later on in the half where things were kind of already up the creek without a paddle, Danny. But, I mean, it really just didn't seem like Recca was 100% there on Inferno at all. Yeah,
I mean, we saw those situations where, once again, Recca was down a player or two and they kind of, collapsed. They didn't kind of bring it back like they did against TNC. Was that credit to GoldenMix? Again, I asked the same question. Is credit to GoldenMix or is it to the detriment of Recca?
Well, for me, yes, it's credit to GoldenMix because, just the things that I've said a while ago. Inferno is their weakest map, and GoldenMix, of course, they have their new style. They have their own style, rather. They have their own gameplay that can mow down Recca at that map. But, of course, props to Excred because he tried to carry his team. All those multi-kills as well, but at least he tried.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
There are moments where, it's like in the army, you're on the battlefield and you're dragging your mate who's wounded, but it looked like he was just dragging a corpse at this stage.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, really, we didn't see much of anything from Recca. Obviously, Excure tried at the end there to pull a bit off, but I think it was too little too late. I thought Next Winds and Frost Misty definitely need to have a better performance in their next match, which is going to be that best of 3 against one of the winners of Group B, C, or D. We're definitely going to see them perform better than they did because they were, like 0.5 ADR and not anywhere near as many frags as what they needed to be at. It was like, at one point it was like 7 and 17 or 7 and 19 for both of them. And that's just not a good scoreline at all. And even Excurate was at like 12 and 13 at one point. So, okay, he's doing okay. You say, oh, he's doing all right. But in actual fact, that's still not anywhere near where you need to be to actually be winning a match. So, unfortunately for Recca, I don't think the individuals stepped up. And as a whole, the team didn't step up.
Yeah, so moving forward into this tournament, we spoke about Recca. They should be up there in contention with it, with the Greyhounds and the Five Powers and whatnot. But, is this the end for them in this tournament? Can they bring it back? Phil?
Well, of course. Well, for me, because I believe in, of course, the Indonesian teams that they can, but it's really up to them if they can do that. It's really up to if they can execute all their strategies properly, of course, the synergy, of course, everything, if they're comfortable in everything. But it's really up to if they're comfortable enough to beat that opponent. Just don't be overconfident. Just don't overhype everything. Just stay patient, and everything will go through.
Yeah, I think that they have a decent chance of being able to come through. Obviously, we need to see them perform better than they did in that one. And I do think it also depends on who they end up coming up against, because from what we've seen so far from some of those teams, I mean, I've been keeping a close eye on Atletico's results. Obviously, no Australian bias here, Danny, but they've been having a very good day so far. So I think if Recca goes up against Atletico in the form that Atletico is showing right now, that's going to be a bit of a problem for them. I think 5 Power, again, is also going to be a bit of a problem for them. We've recently seen them drop a series to them, even though they had that one map advantage. So I'd be pretty worried about Recca right now, coming through as that second seed. I definitely think that they needed that first seed to be able to go through as a sure thing. Now, for me, it's kind of up in the air.
Yeah, and on the flip side of that coin, we look at GoldenMix, who was a bit of an unknown quantity. They absolutely stuck it to TNC, and now they've taken down Recca in quite convincing form. What does this mean for GoldenMix for the rest of the tournament, Bill?
Well, for me, it's a big step for them. Of course, congratulations for them for winning. And I think this is the big stepping stone that they're waiting for them to go back and, of course, being one of the top teams at this tournament. And I'm actually hoping for their best.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen it takes one tournament, right, for one of these teams to come up and really establish themselves.
Definitely.
This could be the beginning of a dynasty for GoldenMix.
Potentially. They are looking pretty strong at the moment. I think the individuals are stepping up for them, so we'll see how much gas they have left in the tank, whether or not they have actually peaked at the wrong time. Like what I was talking about earlier on today, if you peak on day one in your first couple of matches, you probably aren't going to have enough later on down the track. So hopefully they haven't, thrown everything out at Recca here. Hopefully they've still got something left that they can come away with and surprise us. And obviously they're going to be up against some, in theory, weaker opponents than what they, or at least we, suppose that they would be up against. So that's a good opportunity for them. I think that's going to be a 50-50. Again, depends on who they do end up going up against and how they're coming into those matches. And remember, it is going to be a best of 3 from here on out. So there's more of a chance that we're going to see those better teams coming through. And I feel like maybe in a best of 3, we might have seen Recca beat GoldenMix at this point, but obviously that's not something that we're going to get to know.
Yeah, definitely worth a thought there in that best-of-3 situation. But a couple of one-sided scorelines so far, and you may have seen the schedule. We did have those Group A matches leading into that best-of-3 final for the second phase. But actually, because we are so far ahead of those one-sided matches, we're going to bring you another best-of-1 from the Group B side. It will be Beyond Maple taking on 5 Power, and that will be streamed here right after this break.